Well, I'm going to work the bees. Weather's not the best for it. Might rain here in a little while, but it's the day I need to do it, and I've got to do it. We had a little bit of an earthquake here this morning. It was actually a few miles from here over from us, but it rattled everything pretty good. A little bitty lizard been living in there. Well, that's all right. It won't hurt anything. I don't think it'll do anything. Well, one thing I noticed is there's no hive beetles. No hive beetles on the top either. So that's a good sign. We'll check out the beetle barn here in a minute. We'll give them just a little bit of smoke. They don't need much. This is my weak hive. They just got a few frames of brood, and I'm gonna check into this hive as much as I do the other one today, because what do we got there? Well, I don't see anything in there, but I don't see hive beetles either, so my hive beetle problems may be coming to an end. We didn't have too many the last time, and now this week I don't see any. Nor do I see any in the beetle barns. Beetle jail, not beetle barn. Let's see what we got here on this outer frame, the furthest out. Nectar. See, there's still 4 frames over here. Well, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this one here, 3 complete frames on this side with nothing on them. So that at most we got 7. Okay, there's eggs in there. It's a decent pattern too, the way I'm looking at it. Yeah, she's laying good. They're just a little behind. I think she's took off now. All them cells have eggs in them. Now that's not capped, but when that does get capped, that's going to be a decent pattern. Same over here. Yeah, I mean, there's an empty one here and there over here, but pretty much everything's laid up in that brood pattern. You see they got a couple capped in there, and then they've put honey out here on this outside. This hive's just not having a big brood nest. I don't know what's going on with them. But she's laying a decent pattern. I'm gonna leave her alone, I think, for a while. Boy, they're buzzing. Oh yeah, that's a decent brood pattern. That's not bad. She's fine. Just took her a little longer to take off. They're just not as strong as the other hive. That's a good brood pattern. Yeah, we're good. This hive's good. Now, I didn't see the queen so far. I know she's in there because I just saw eggs. I'm not gonna mess with them anymore. I'm not gonna just try to find her or anything. There's no use. I'm just gonna slide everything back together. They're a little bit behind what I want them to be, but once that brood starts hatching out, then they'll be fine. But I want to look, I want to count while I'm in here. See, I've got 3 frames with nothing on them. This frame out here don't have much of nothing on it, so about 5.5 frames of brood. I don't think I even got, well, that frame don't even have brood, but about 5.5 frames that they're using with stuff on them. because I'm gonna count that one with the bees they have. I'm gonna count that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one here that had about half of it. They're testy today. I guess the bad weather ain't helping. But this hive's good. She's got a good brood pattern in there. Everything's laid up good now. It's gonna be fine. I was thinking I may have to requeen if they didn't take off, but I think once that brood gets to hatching, that they're gonna be fine, because this queen's, everything's laid up good now and her brood pattern's decent. I shouldn't have done that. I put sugar water right on the top of that hive. That caused ants. Tell you what, I'm gonna get that off if I can. That's liable to cause ants. They're up there fanning the front of the hive pretty hard. But I had the smoker to where the smoke was rolling right at the entrance of their hive. So I bet they didn't like that. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one completely up. Yeah, I'm not liking where they are completely, but at least she's got a good brood pattern. I'll give them another week or so. Well, now they still got hive beetles. The other one really didn't, unless they was in there somewhere I didn't see them. Well, they got 2 left now. Okay, so 4 beetles. I think that's what I've seen, maybe 5, whatever. I killed 4. If there's any more, they went down in there somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this hive because we put this other box on there for what I was trying to say. I'm getting choked on the smoke a little bit. Try their beetle barn. I keep saying beetle barn, that was a product. Oh, there's one in that one. Yeah, there is one in that one, but only one. It's not working too good. I didn't do it exactly the way that I'd heard, or the instructions I got was to put soap and vinegar in there, and what I did is I just put oil in this one and just put the vinegar in there. So I don't know whether I should have just went ahead and put the vinegar everywhere. See if they're building up here. Well, they got some brood, but this is the 3rd frame. We pulled it up. They got that little patch of brood in there. This frame, like I said, it was pulled up from down below. Brood's still good. I was worried that the cold would get them, but no, all the brood in there is still good, but the queen's not been up and laid any more eggs in this. Let's see what they're doing in the rest of the top box. Pulling this one out. Right next to that brood, they've put a little comb on that one, and otherwise they're not. Okay, that one, they drawed that one out pretty good. They got nectar in it. No eggs. So whatever they're doing so far, the queen's hadn't seen any evidence that she's been up top. But now we got the whole bottom box. So I'm not worried. Look at there, them bees looking up at us. They know something's going on. Okay, eggs in there. Look at that. She's been up here and laid that up already. Yeah, most of them's got eggs in them. Can't see down in there. I see some eggs. Yeah, she's been up here. She's laying in the top already. And that's a new frame. Now, that was the third. Well, I'll know when I get to. Okay, this one here is one that was pulled up. One of the other ones that was pulled up from the bottom. Still got some cap brood. There's some that's hatched out. No eggs. Well, not sure on the egg. I don't see eggs, no. If there's any in there, there's not much. Oh, that's a good brood pattern. But there again, that was pulled up from the bottom. Pulled this frame up to get them working up here, and so far it looks like it was effective. Well, these bees are not happy today. I know it's not good weather to work them. They're crawling around on there real fast, and they're not acting like they're liking me messing with them. Okay, we're about to the end of what they've worked, but now they're working pretty solid in here already in this top box. They already got some eggs up here. Now all that cap brood, like I said before, that's from where we pulled a couple of frames from the bottom, but they've drawn out some new frames. They've got wax on them, they've got eggs in them. I didn't see the queen, she might be back at the bottom, but I didn't need to see her because I saw eggs. This hive's rolling. So overall, everything's looking good. I'd like to have seen a little more action on this beetle gel. Finally got the name right. Looking good. This hive's taking off good. This one's a little slow, but good brood pattern. Getting that vacuum on there. Said a couple of times, I've not necessarily had good luck with using jar feeders, but a lot of people use them, and that's what was recommended to me for starting this out. That's what I'm doing. Okay, well, the bees were a little bit madder today than I'd seen them before, but nobody got stung. Of course, how could I get stung with this suit on? Everything's looking good. This hive's got stuff up in the top. The other hive, although they're still only about 5.5, 6 frames, they're doing better and got a good brood pattern. So overall, I'm pleased, and we'll let them go at least a week before I come back and do anything. Hope you enjoyed the video.